Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a great day. I see a bunch of people already in here. What's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to talk about doTerra. I haven't done a doTerra video since January. Not crazy. Anyways, what are y'all up to? What's been going on? I'm here at the beginning for once. Joining from the treadmill. Go, Samantha. Go, go, go. I love that. Hey, Stacy, I did a leg workout today. I went to Barnes & Noble's. Mia got a couple books, but I didn't really find anything that I was wanting. So couple things. I have not everything that I'm going to talk about right now is not an affiliate link. I'm just going to share with you some things that I love. Before I do that, if you are brand new to my channel, what is up? My name is erinbies. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years on multi-level marketing. I healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps. If you would like to stick around, that would be super cool. You can subscribe at any time. It's free. Share with a friend. It's all good. And shout out to everybody that has been here from the beginning and joined along the way. Shout out to the members. I appreciate you guys and your continued support. You guys are incredible human beings. And I appreciate you guys. So yeah, you can't share things and not make money off. You know better. Okay, first of all, I shared this in my Instagram stories the other day, and Katie, you're going to really like that I'm showing this. This is a candle. This is actually came suggested from Katie. I need to actually trim the wick. Okay, don't judge me right now. But this is from Umiere Rene. You can find her on Instagram. This is not like it's not an affiliate thing. I just like this. I have fresh cut, and then the one I want to get next is Catch Flights Over Feelings. And this one is suede and smoke, and I like more masculine scents, if you will, and I really enjoy that. If you hear the trash cans, my husband's bringing the trash cans. It's on the other side of the wall. I apologize. It would be really cool if you guys would go, if you're on Instagram, if you would go and follow her. It would be pretty cool. She got real excited that I shared her in my stories, and when I find something that I like, I want to share it out. So thank you, Katie, for the suggestion. I already have my next order that I'm getting ready to place. And yeah, so wait, what are we congratulating Rose for? Rose, what happened? I passed my exam to move on to the dissertation part of my PhD today. Congratulations, Rose. That's incredible. Is anybody else celebrating anything that you want to share? You guys like my shirt? Appreciate you. Let's see. The other thing is a quick little story, if that's okay. When we went to Barnes & Noble's today, on the way out, we were stopped by this gentleman. What is his name? I want to make sure I get his name, because I told him that I was going to mention him. His name is Aaron. How did I forget? His name is Aaron. Yeah. And he works with the Autism Spectrum Disorder Foundation. And I'm going to show us a picture. Aaron, I hope you're watching. And I told him that I was going to talk about it on the live stream, and he's accepting donations. I got this cool thing for donating, supporting families affected by autism. And what's cool is it helps with resources for these families. So the tablets and different things to help with communication skills. I can't remember what else. He gave me a whole like slew of things that the contribution that I gave today helps with. And so very, very cool. It was it was a cool conversation, and I wanted to just share the link. And if you're willing and able to donate, that would be cool. If not, I understand that too. So just wanted to share the information. This is Renee's Instagram. I know, links. And Oh, you're welcome, Rebecca. It was a really cool conversation, and I'm really glad that we stopped, and he was super charismatic and he was a lot of fun. And so I wanted to share that. So this is the link that if you, oh, that's not it. I almost did the DoTerra income disclosure, which we'll talk about. But I just wanted to share. I think that it's important. There it is. So if you want to copy and paste that and save that for later, you can check it out. He was a super nice guy, him and his counterpart. And again, it's the Autism Spectrum Disorder Foundation. So hopefully Aaron finds my channel. That'd be pretty cool. And I hope he sees this. So check that out if you want, you know. Oh my God. Aaron, I had my first encounter with a Hun. Do tell. Tell us everything, Tori. Resources are hard to find when your child has ASD, especially as they get older. Well, hopefully I was able to just contribute, even if it's just a small amount today, and that makes me happy. What do we have here? Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Wait, JJ is live too? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so today, I have one more product. One more thing. Again, none of this is, there's no affiliates, there's no nothing. Yeah. Have you guys seen this? Oh, a members only. Okay. Have you guys seen this? This is really, really good. So this is by a company called Mela, and it's watermelon water. And it's got electrolytes and antioxidants. There's no added sugar. It does have 110 calories, just FYI. Or 155, excuse me, in this can. This tastes like watermelon juice. You know what I want to do with this can? I want to do a chamoy and tahini rim on this because it tastes like watermelon juice. You shake the can, which freaks me out, but you have to mix it because it's, yeah. I jumped to Melaleuca. Yeah, no, this is just Mela. I got these on Amazon. It freaks me out every time because it says just shake it. But cheers, friends. I didn't do a fizz. Sorry. This is really good though. It's a watermelon water electrolyte drink mix, or drink, not mix. It's fantastic. Okay. Here's the story of the encounter with the MLMer. A pharmacy tech at a location I'm at for rotations was passionately pitching pharmacy to the front desk clerk. So many health and income claims. She even bragged about her upline's income. Oh my God. That's got to be against the guidelines of the job, right? That's crazy. Can't wait to see Aaron get smashed on this live. There's no alcohol in this. Oh, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Okay, let's get to today's video because it is a little bit longer. If you have not already liked the stream, please do so. Subscribe if you haven't already, and double check because periodically we have people that are just unsubscribed. So double check. And okay, today is a wild DoTerra opportunity Zoom that was sent to me anonymously. Shout out to the individual that sent it. I appreciate you so much. And if you would like to send me anything, you can look in the video description and check out the information there on how you can send it. Okay. And today we're going to react. I've watched about half of this, and it's quite interesting. So we're going to watch it together. Of course, leave your commentary. I understand, like, essential oils. I get it. There's health claims. financial claim. There's all kinds of stuff in this. They say the quiet parts out loud. I don't even know what other content warnings I can give you. In my opinion, they are hiding behind their organizations that help, people. Anyways, it's a lot. And I understand if this is too much, your mental health matters. So just skip it. I get it. I understand completely. Jamie Smith, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you so much. And there are no sources given. Yeah. So anyways, let's get this thing going. This is a longer video, so we're going to be here a while. I'm excited to hang out with y'all, and let's go. Or as Max says, let's go.
Okay, we are going to get going tonight. Thank you guys all for joining us. My name's Melody Brandon, and Toby is going to be joining me as well. She'll share a little bit about herself in a second. But we are joining you guys tonight to share all about doing doTerra as a business. We've been both doing it for quite a while now and absolutely love it. It's an integral part of our family, and we absolutely love sharing and teaching people how to do the business as well. So we hope you guys learn a little bit more tonight about the business.
Thank you, Erin.
My story in a nutshell. My name is Melody Brandon. I'm over on Obsessed with Essentials on Instagram. I homeschool I had on this webinar, I had 2 littles and I had to change it to 3 because I just had a 6-month-old now. She turned 6 months today. I can't believe it. So I have an almost 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 6-month-old. We decided to go for it again. It's been super fun. So,
Lauren, did you gift memberships? It doesn't show. Hold on. I might have to look on YouTube to see it because it doesn't show on StreamYard. But oh my God, that's amazing. Also, can you guys take a second and like the live stream? 5 memberships you gifted? That's so exciting. Thank you, Lauren. It doesn't show here. I had to look on YouTube. So thank you for telling me. That's so cool. Welcome, new members. That's amazing.
I used to have a previous business. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. Well, actually, that's my story, so I'll share that right now. So in a nutshell, my story is that I was a previous bakery owner. I actually went to college to be an elementary school teacher, and then I decided I fell in love with baking and cooking and went to pastry school. And then I started doing a bakery business out of my apartment kitchen, and it sort of took off, really went big on blogging and all of that. Opened up a bakery here in Long Beach, California, and sort of exploded. Ended up having 2 locations, 40 employees, while I had my 2 little ones, and it was a whirlwind. Got in all the magazines, on all the Food Network TV shows and all that kind of stuff. And from the outside looking in, it was super, super successful, but in my, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong. And I had over 200,000 followers on Instagram, and it was great. But on the other side, it wasn't fitting into my life as a mother anymore. Once I became a mother, it was just too much to handle. 40 employees, 2 locations, a business that never closed, basically, right? It had to be open almost every single day of the year.
So you hire people so that you could step away. You had 40 employees. Nobody could step up and run things. You couldn't pay, a store manager to run things. Or did you just feel like you had to be there every day? Also, I find it really ironic that she's saying, I had to run it every day. I had to be there every day. What do you think you're going to do in an MLM? The same thing, but you're, I guess, doing it from home or wherever you're at. Maybe that's better for her. I don't know. It's so weird.
Per our agreement with the Irvine company here in California was a little intense. And so I found myself, I always say, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And that's how I kind of.
I love when they use that phrase, because it's exactly what you do in MLM. You are doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to rank up. You're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to make more money. But the majority of people don't. So
felt as a business owner. I went into owning my own business because I wanted freedom over my life. I wanted to make my own schedule. I didn't want any cap on my income. I wanted creative control. And yet I sort of felt like my employees owned my life, right? Their schedule, if they came and went, my business hours, right? The Irvine company or the place I was leasing from, all of that sort of owned my life. And I didn't have my weekends. I was really, really overworked. I felt like all of those years that I put in, the money investment, all of that kind of stuff, the time, 90 hours a week I used to work, I thought it would pay off. And at least for that business and how it was, I never could get to where it was flowing. We grossed a lot of income, but there was so much expense, right? Just alone, my rent from the Irvine company per month for one location, not even two, was $7,000 a month. That was just in renting the location, right? So many costs associated. And even though I had hit what seemed like the pinnacle of my career, it just was like chaos in my life. And so
And you really think joining an MLM is going to bring less chaos? Ma'am?
got into natural health and wellness just by mistake. Didn't grow up that way at all. I was pregnant and started to look into what I was putting into my body. My sister-in-law used essential oils on a trip. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never heard about these. I got it as a Christmas present, as a gift. And I genuinely,
if you're giving an MLM product as a gift for any occasion, gross. Absolutely gross.
couldn't stop sharing about it because they worked so well. So for me, that in a sense was something that when I started, I just loved it. Someone said, the lady who helped me get started said, would you like to host a class and get a free diffuser? And I was like, yeah, I want a free diffuser, right? So I hosted that class and I got that free diffuser, and about 10 to 15 people, I think it was years back now, all wanted to get started just because they saw me, someone regular who had never used essential oils before, use these little bottles, talk about how they worked for me. And they really were those miracle voodoo oils in a sense.
I'm sorry, did she just call them miracle voodoo oils? Oh my God. You probably shouldn't call them that. Pretty sure that's a health claim. Also, I feel like the voodoo practitioners, if you will. Is that what you call? Is that what I think that's what you call them. They're not going to like that very much. That's not a crew I would want to mess with. Let's not do that. But okay.
It worked really, really well. If you could just mute yourself if you joined in, that would be great. And so for me, they were such a great tool for my family that I couldn't not share it with others. And that's how it started.
You couldn't not share. Why couldn't you say, I had to share with people? I felt compelled to share with people.
With me. I never thought about it as a business whatsoever. I had a business, right? 40 employees, 2 locations. But as time went on, people that I shared with, they started doing a business underneath me, even though I was more thinking of it as a sharing thing, right? It wasn't a business side. And long story short, finally, I went to my first DoTerra event and light bulbs went off in my head and I saw it as a company, right? I didn't even know about direct sales or MLMs. We'll talk about that in a second or anything like that. I just knew these oils really impacted my life. But when I saw the lady above me hit a higher rank at DoTerra and knew how much money that was, I couldn't believe that she was pulling in that kind of income with the amount of work I had put in, and she was getting a higher income than me. I kind of was like, are you joking me, right? Like I've done.
That's the whole purpose of those events, in my opinion. I think that's why they parade these people across the stage. They tell their stories to inspire the audience. Listen, if I can do it, you can do it. I was a broke single mom that lived in my parents' basement with my children. And here I am now making 6 figures, living life on my own terms. Shout out to all the single parents. You guys are amazing. And then what happens is those people in the audience go, oh my God, if they can do it, I can do it. I can absolutely do that. Look at their hardships that they went through and they did it. There are so many factors that impact that. How many years ago did this person get into DoTerra? How many people they recruited? How big is their team? You know what I'm saying? There's so many factors. It's not as easy as, oh, well, this person walked across the stage and maybe there's similarities in my story and their story. So if they can do it, I can do it too. That's not how that works. It's not how math works. That's not how statistics and data work. That's not how the business model works. But in my opinion, the indoctrination event worked for this person because she was like, wait, they're making more money than me? Oh no, which goes right into that era of competition that I've talked about multiple times that you experience when you're in an MLM. You know, it is what it is.
And this for years, my bakery business, so much income. My parents have, invested in this business, all of that. And yet she's making more monthly taking home. So that's when I really started looking at
is it gross or is it what she's actually taking home? Because I bet it was gross. I bet it didn't include any expenses. Her LRP orders if she has multiple accounts, which I bet she does. Yikes. I bet it was gross, which looks pretty on paper. But when you really start to go line by line with what's being spent and how much money you're just putting right back into doTerra, it's pretty alarming.
The business. And even while I had my 40 employees and 2 bakeries, 2 little ones, I decided to go all in with doTerra. And I hit diamond in about 10 months and then blue diamond a year later. And then I've been maintaining a blue diamond organization for the last 5 years, and we are headed towards presidential. So that in a nutshell is my story.
I love how her story, she doesn't mention anything about having a team. You cannot move up into these top ranks without having a team in these companies. But then you hear stories like this where she's not crediting her team and how her team is working. And when I say working, I mean ordering products, because in my opinion, the distributors, especially in this company, are the customers. So she's not giving credit to any of her team, but the fact is she wouldn't have that rank if she didn't have a team. But this is her story because she did this. It's really her team, her and her team.
I've since sold my bakeries. So now I'm a full-time stay-at-home mama with my 3 kids. I'm homeschooling, get to do life on our own terms. And it truly has blessed our family so much. So that is my story in a nutshell. And
you left out the part where you thanked your team for being able to do what you're doing here.
We would love to have you share, Toby, your story with us.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Your story is so fantastic. And following that up is like, okay. But it's just so funny how similar it is. I was not a baker.
Is it funny how similar the stories are, or is that how identifying your target market and who you want to try and manipulate works in multi-level marketing? I think that if you're a mom, as they have talked about on this, and you're targeting other moms, of course, your stories there's going to be components of your story that are similar. It's not odd. That's who you're targeting.
Owner or I didn't own my own business. My husband was the one who owned fishing lodges in Alaska here, 2 of them. And so I was a stay-at-home mother and I love it. I still am. 2, when I first started using doTerra's oils. And I started as just a customer, a very skeptical customer at that. And I started using the oils and I had a few wins. And so once you come over to using essential oils, sometimes these oils really have to win themselves over to you. And I had a few really key.
What did she just say? When you use essential oils, I have to listen to that again. What did she just say?
Once you come over to using essential oils, sometimes these oils really have to win themselves over to you. And
what are you talking about? That doesn't even make sense. Also why is she personifying oils? The oils don't win. They're not I can't even. They're not people. So weird. Win themselves over to you, huh? Ma'am, that makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah. I think she means you have to try them first and see that they work. Perhaps, but the way that she explained that's so weird.
I had a few really key experiences right in the beginning that blew my mind when it came to using them on my children. I had two at the time, an infant and a toddler. And so once I had those experiences, I felt deep in my heart and in my soul that this was missing from every mother's closet, every mother's toolbox for their children. And so I very simply started just telling my girlfriends about it.
So you targeted other moms that you're going to have similar points of your story. Oh my God. Also, don't use essential oils on your children. Don't do that. Or any MLM product for that matter.
We're all in the same boat. Literally every single one of my girlfriends in my close knit circle had an infant and a toddler. And so I started just saying, oh, you need oils. Oh, you need oils.
Of course
Oh,
you
you
did.
need oils for every little thing. Anytime we got together. And so it wasn't that I was trying to build a business. It was just the idea of I love to share what works well for me. I love to tell people about the coffee I drink, you know, a pair of jeans that really makes me look slim because I have huge hips. Anything along those lines. And so it was the same and no different with essential oils. And so
a word, if I could, those two are very different. In fact, what you're doing here is a false equivalence fallacy. Yeah. So comparing sharing your coffee or my Mela electrolytes, that is not an ad and no affiliate, nothing linked with this. I'm just sharing because I like it. Something like this is not the same thing as selling somebody a multi-level marketing company where the business model is designed to recruit people and to be rewarded financially for recruiting other people. Those two are not the same. This is not financially motivated. This is me saying, hey, I just like this. You guys might too if it's in your area or whatever. I got it on Amazon, by the way. But see, like everything in a multi-level marketing company is financially driven. They're making friends because eventually they want to sell them a product or recruit them. Everything that they do is financially motivated. And a lot of times that's not even disclosed. That's why they hide behind the health questionnaires or the skincare quizzes that are just Google documents. But you know what I mean? Like those two are not the same thing. So that is a false equivalence fallacy. I love that for us.
when little paychecks started coming in the mail, I was a little confused, and my husband, he was even more confused, but I didn't care. Like I didn't care. I didn't care about the business side at all.
Sure.
And so back then, this was
You didn't care until you talked to your upline. Your upline said, listen, you know, you need to catch the vision. You could be ranking up and making money off of what they're doing. Then you caught the vision and went, oh, I'm ranking up. I'm making more money. These little checks are becoming a little bit bigger because of your team. Oh man, this is wild.
before we had 2 accounts, and so everyone enrolled as a wellness advocate, which meant if you were ordering on LRP, then you had the opportunity to earn a commission if other people ordered from you or with you.
Meaning if you have an auto ship. If you have an auto ship for a set number of points, I think it's 100 or 150. I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys in the comments. I don't have that comp plan in front of me. But if you have an LRP, an auto ship, a loyalty, the loyalty rewards program, then you have the ability to earn commission. But what she's not saying is you have to sign up to become a distributor, girl.
And so that's what my girlfriends were doing. So it was really funny. And that's basically how I got started. However, it wasn't long after that where it actually
Hey, DC.
snowballed very quickly for me in sharing.
Guys, go subscribe to DC's channel, okay? If you have not already. Who else has channels here while we're talking about this? Lisa Harvey has a channel. I'm just going through the comments. If you have a channel, just drop a comment in there. Hey, Avery Joe. I'm sure you're loving, I'm sure you and DC are loving the graphics and the font and all of that on this.
Oils with my friends, and I don't want to get lost from my story about telling my husband, because my husband was like, kept asking me where.
Katie has a channel. You guys should go subscribe as well. Yes. And Maggie Mumbles right here. Go and subscribe to her channel as well. Okay. All right. Let's keep it going.
Where this paycheck was coming from. And I was like, I'm not really sure. So Melody's going to share that a little bit today in the compensation plan. So you'll be able to leave with a very basic idea of how you can start making money with doTerra. But what I was getting was just those small commission checks in the mail. And he eventually had to go and do the research to figure out how I was getting paid, which is so funny to me. So still, my husband and I do.
Karen has a channel as well. If you like colorful makeup, hit her up. Maggie, can you yell a little louder? I couldn't hear you in the back. Oh, Heather has a channel. Check her out. Calligraphy and other stuff. Cool. I love that.
Work together in this business, because shortly after that, his business partnership imploded, like bad things happened, not good things. And we realized that we needed to have a second financial outlet. And so he supported me. He hung out with the kids. He was the parent to my children while I taught classes, and I decided to take this little sharing experience of oils with my girlfriends and took it on the road. I did what was called Diamond Club. And I started teaching this and teaching these oils and seeing this more as a business, as a financial avenue for supporting our family. And in Diamond Club, I went up a rank each month. So it's a 4-month program. So I actually started out as a kind of a premier situation. And
also, if I'm shouting you out, I hope you're subscribed to my channel. I shouldn't have to say that, but I'm going to say it. Okay. All right.
Went premier, silver, gold, and platinum, all in that span of months, in a very short period of time. Traveling around, my husband and I were in a camper with our 2 kids, and we loved it. We were down in the States, so we were away from Alaska, away from the snow and the cold, and got to travel. And I literally went to all the families and the friends and the people that people here in Alaska knew. I went and visited their people down there. I said, hook me up with your people down there. I'll go teach them classes. We'll spread the word about these oils. And that is really how I started building my business. And it wasn't very long after that where we also hit Diamond. And Brad Foley came on board at that point as my business partner in being.
So he became a distributor too. Got it.
Able to help with business pieces of my business. So Brad and I do work it together. And now we've been in here 10 years now, working together. We just helped to open India as a country for doTerra, which is a huge call on my heart. I love to travel. And so traveling internationally, being able to do that on all the facets with doTerra has been another incredible part about this business. Brad and I and Melody get to go to Bulgaria in a couple of months on a trip that we all earned. So there are so many different reasons why you could be attracted to this doTerra business, and so many reasons why I fell into it. But hopefully you'll be able to learn just a little bit more about why you would want to align and with doTerra as a business today as we talk more through this.
I love Toby's story. So awesome. And you can see,
Toby, that story was ridiculously long, and I think you could have cut out 2/3 of it. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. That was a lot.
I think that's one of the reasons why when I was in that room for that first event with doTerra, it was a business event. The lady above me invited me to go to it.
What just happened? I know she just coughed, but the timing of that is like the lady that invited me. You mean your upline? Is your upline is that person no longer in doTerra? And that was your way of like Were you throwing shade? Were you throwing shade? Was that not accidental?
And I looked around the room and it was people from all walks of life, all
Mhm.
ages. And I knew what their ranks were because you could see, right, their ranks. And I literally thought, if they could do it, I could do it, right? And that's what we hope you walk away with today is you could think, if they could do it, I could do it. Because it's absolutely true. If you don't resonate with anything of our stories, you don't have to, right? You could have a completely different story, right? And I guarantee you, there's someone in doTERRA that's exactly like you, right? And we're going to show you some people. I asked one time, like, okay, people in the higher ranks, what was your, story before doTERRA? And you're going to see there's everyone from hairdressers to stay-at-home moms to yoga to professors to doctors, all routes of life, right?
And you know why that is? Because you guys will literally, I'm going to use your word, you guys use literally all the time. You literally will recruit anybody that has access to the internet in a heartbeat. That's how that works. It's, it's not for everybody, but anybody can do it. Isn't that what they say? Oh, wild. Also, DC, thank you for this. I appreciate you. Did they not know they were going to be on the left side of the screen covering Toby's face? Lack of planning. Lack of planning. Thank you for the super chat, DC.
Walks of life, who have found how doTERRA could either come alongside as a supplemental income or even replace the income in their life. And it's just so awesome to hear everybody's story because it truly is a business that resonates with so many people in different ways, and they can use it to serve and impact others.
But it's not a business. See, that's the thing. It's actually, it's not a business. You're a 1099 contracted employee. So you're not making any business decisions. And the gal before you probably can tell you that because she owned a bakery. So she was making decisions on the product, what she was going to make, what she was going to, put out, pricing, branding. She was making all of those decisions because she actually did own her own business. And when I say branding and all of that, I don't mean hiding behind another website that you created to hide doTERRA in your link tree on your social media where you have like, here's my Amazon favorites, here's this, here's that, and then here's my favorite essential oils, and all of a sudden you're on a doTERRA page. Right? That's not what I'm talking about. That's not really branding. That's being deceptive, in my opinion.
So I'm going to talk a little bit first, and then we're going to go back and forth so you can hear from us. But
can't wait.
I know we're from different communities, right? So we have people here from Dr. Tina's team, we have Toby's team, and myself. We are 3 separate leaders in doTERRA. We actually have no interaction business-wise together, but
you have no interaction business-wise together, but here we are on a Zoom with all of you. Do you mean that you don't make money off of one another?
love collaborating under the umbrella of doTERRA because our entire doTERRA community is not about competition. It's about educating, supporting, serving, and collaborating. So you might think like, why would you be working and doing a call with a competitor, right? Because in a sense, Toby, you could think of her as a competitor, but no, we have done events together. We love collaborating, sharing ideas, cheering each other along, being that listening ear, right? Because that is all about doTERRA's culture. And so within our own teams, we offer certain things. We have our own culture, but overall, all of our teams are really passionate about educating, empowering, and serving. And that is doTERRA's mission as a whole. So
let's run a scenario real quick. So the first lady invites somebody and they get on this opportunity Zoom, and then they're listening to this lady and they decide, I really like this lady. So you mean to tell me that that first person that invited the friend of a friend, we'll say, onto this opportunity Zoom would be totally fine and there's no competition if she decided to sign up with the current speaker? Be for real right now. Everything about MLM is competition.
hopefully you'll get that, from our presentation. Let me, it's a little smaller. So I like talking to people about what doTERRA can offer and thinking about traditional employment versus.
Oh, we got to look at this. Hold on. I got to make this bigger. Okay, well, I'm kind of covering that. Let's try that. Okay, I think that's a little better. Let's see, traditional employment. So now another false equivalence fallacy. I love when they use fallacies. It is so fascinating to me because they are trying to do everything that they can to say that what they're doing is legitimate, and it's not. I mean, it's legal because of the political lobbying. That's for a whole nother time. But comparing traditional employment to authentic network marketing. So now it's just not network marketing. Now it's authentic. And the reason that they're doing that is, in my opinion, I think it's they're trying to make it seem like doTerra is the best compared to any other multi-level marketing companies. Although they're referring to it as network marketing, it's just to kind of stand out from the stigma. So authentic network marketing. Let's look at this. Traditional employment, trading hours for dollars. Yeah, you're getting paid for the work, in other words. Limit on advancement and earnings. I mean, I don't think that you can say I don't think you could say that about every job. Every job is different, and there typically is some way to advance, and you would know that in the job. Every job is different. So to blanket statement, you're limited on advancement and earnings. Well, that's going to be dependent upon the job. So what? Reliant on employer's vision. It's the same in multi-level marketing. What? Prerequisite. What does this say? Hold on.
Authentic network marketing. Now, the reason we say authentic is because most people
prerequisites and costly education. So we're going to villainize education. But then you have companies like this that charge their distributors for these events to get the same education. And in addition to that, they have to pay. So, a flight or driving with the cost of gas prices, in addition to food, in addition to hotel, in addition to whatever they're offering at the events, whether it's discounted tickets for the next event or swag or merch or, new products. So you can't really villainize the fact that, there are jobs that require specific types of education to do that job and saying that it's expensive when these knuckleheads, in my opinion, are teaching people to believe in the company more and charging them for that. What? Limited time freedom with traditional employment. Now, here's the thing. There are, and I know you guys know this, there are people that go to a traditional job. They clock in, they do their job, and they go home and they do whatever they want. They're not thinking about the job necessarily after they're home. That's time freedom. But see, in an MLM, you're working 24/7. So there really is no time freedom. The time freedom is what you fit in the pockets of the day, if at all. Everything else gets consumed by the activities, the income producing activities that they talk about in a multi-level marketing company. That is all about catching the vision for the leader. Ridiculous. So authentic network marketing, true lasting residual income when you recruit and have a large team. However, it's not lasting residual income. If you don't have a team, that check from your downline is going to dissolve quickly. So it's not lasting. It's volatile, in my opinion. Unlimited reach and earning power when you recruit people, right? Yeah. Reliant on your own vision, except you're not. Because if the company shuts down, if the company decides to get rid of the comp plan, the traditional MLM comp plan, like we've watched Pure Romance do. By the way, Lovewinks is also getting ready to do that same thing. They're getting rid of ranks. They're getting rid of all of that stuff. Word on the street is they have a new investor. Don't worry, I'm going to get the info and I will be going live or doing a video and keeping you guys in the know. Although I will say, the screenshots today that I'm getting of the Lovewinks president, aka Jamie Lamp, going into people's TikToks that are old distributors that are no longer active just to see what they're doing. Tell me you're desperate for distributors without telling me you're desperate for distributors. Oh man, I love it here. Let's see. Reliant on your own vision, except you're not. No prerequisite, free education, except for when you have to pay to go to the events, except for when you have to go and do or attend the oily classes, if you will, and there's like a payment that you have to make. It's not free. It comes at a cost. Freedom to choose your schedule. Okay. You guys know how I feel about that. Let's hear what she has to say about it.
Do have that one person that they have in their life. They're like, I do not want to be that kind of person. That person bothers me all the time. They're always talking about business. They're trying to get me to do something every month is a different business. That's not in our minds authentic network marketing, right? So we do different.
Exactly. In your mind, in your opinion. That's not backed up by facts. You know where you can find the facts? In their income disclosure statement. We'll talk about it later. I already have it minimized here, ready to go.
DoTerra does it different, right? And people within DoTerra do. And so we really are that.
Hey, Emmy, thank you so much for this. You have no idea how important that is to me, that this is a safe space. So thank you for that. And I'm glad that you feel safe here. That's really important to me.
Service, that heart about the person over the sale, that kind of thing, really impacting their life. So that's what we mean by authentic. But
What are they doing?
With
Exactly.
traditional employment, if you don't mind muting yourself, you really have to think about you're trading hours for dollars. Every single hour you trade, you get a set amount of dollars.
Yeah, in an MLM, you get nothing for the majority of those hours that you're spending unless you sell something or recruit somebody. Make it make sense, guys.
And a lot of times it's capped, right? You have a limit on advancements. I was just talking with someone and she said, I'm not even eligible for a raise for another 5 years, right? And so many people have stories like that. That was one of the ladies that decided to do the business years ago with me. She said, you know, I'm at the top of my corporate ladder and yet I will never get higher than this amount, right? This is literally my cap. You know, I don't like capping, you know, people to cap me. And yet a lot of times in our careers, we are capped, right? You're reliant on your employer's vision and not your own. Most of the time,
First of all, has she taken a breath? I'm genuinely concerned. In MLMs, in my opinion, there is a cap because if you don't recruit enough people, if you're not selling enough, when I say you, I mean your team as well, you're not going to rank advance. So there is a cap, and the cap in multi-level marketing is dependent upon recruiting, whether that's having a certain number of people at a specific rank or the volume that you and your team have to produce every single month. There is a cap, and it has to do with recruiting.
have to have prerequisites and costly education and limited time freedom, right? Like I even said within my own business that I own myself, you know, I also had limited time freedom on the weekends. I worked every weekend, right? It got really draining after like 8 years of solid.
Also, I think that this is a very, very valid, Lauren, not that you need me to say that this is valid, but I think this is a very valid point that often is not brought up. There's some people that don't want to lead people. There's some people that don't want to be the boss, that are happy with going in and doing their job and going home and having real time freedom. I think this is a very valid point. Not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody wants to be a leader, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Wedding weekends, right? Because I made cakes and they were weddings and they were birthdays and I was always in the weekend. Even when I was at church, I was getting calls about orders. Oh, something went wrong. I'd have to leave church, things like that. So I didn't love that, right? Now, authentic network marketing.
She does sound like Isabella. She really does. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit, especially when she was like, I don't love that. Isabella, is that you? It's not. I'm just kidding.
Marketing. You can. Now, this is not a get rich quick scheme by any means, right? This is a get rich long scheme in a sense. If you are, consistent, if you.
What exactly is a get rich long scheme? Can we just call it what it is? A pyramid scheme?
Serve, all of that, then you build a stable foundational business. You can have true lasting residual income, unlimited reach and earning power, reliant on your own vision, no prerequisites, free education, and a freedom to choose your own schedule. Those are all things we really love about authentic network marketing.
Shout out to all the moderators. I appreciate y'all so much. Charlene, I see your comments. You're amazing. Thank you guys for the work that you do. You're incredible humans.
Now, what makes doTERRA unique? So 85% of those that join doTERRA are just people that come to buy the product. Because why?
I'm going to pause this because I want to look at this on our own terms here. You know what's missing from this? Usually when you see some sort of a graph like this, you'll see the sources. There are none. So sorry about that, Katie. We knew it was coming. The doTERRA business opportunity. 85% of those that join doTERRA are people who simply wish to buy products at the best value. 85%. Did they think that this was going to benefit them? Like they thought this was a good thing. Also, thank you so much for this. MLM, no. I appreciate you. Just joined from my in-laws' house that buys doTERRA. Great timing. Cheers. Oh my God. Thank you for the super chat. The timing is impeccable. Yeah. But 85% join just for the discount, essentially, is what they're saying. So they're building in on this opportunity Zoom a way to just bring in distributors for the discount. Yikes. 15% wish to build a business. Yeah, that's because that 15% have figured out that they have to recruit and in order to rank advanced to make more money. So they're like, well, I guess I better take this serious. Wild. 65% of those that join continue to order at least every 3 months, compared to an industry average of only, I think that says 8%. Where are your sources? Where did that come from? Business for Home? Not really a credible source in my opinion, but you know, they like to use that website. Oh, cite your sources. It's not that hard. This would be more credible if there were actual sources, but it just looks like you threw together this doTERRA infographic on Canva. Girl, stop.
The product works. Now, so many other businesses, especially in direct sales, it's almost like they're pitching the business over the quality of product. And I wouldn't feel good about working for a company like that.
The reason that they pitch recruiting is because that's where the money is at. And the majority of these companies require some sort of a recruiting or team component in order to rank advance. So it's easier to just go right for the recruiting and then back down to, well, maybe you like this product.
I truly fell in love with the product, and you'll realize that most people that come to this business, now some people just come on because the business model is so amazing how doTERRA has it set up.
Oh, it
but
is?
a lot of people, the majority of people come because they had an experience with a product that changed their life, right? So it was a product that changed.
It's really not hard to click the little box on Zoom that says mute upon entry. That takes just a second. You just got to log into Zoom. It's very simple.
Their life, and they couldn't not help share it with others. And so 85% of people just want to buy the product. And that is what makes this business so, steady, because the product works, it's amazing, and people reorder it. I found this to be true in my own life, because when I said I was just sharing, right, I still had my other businesses. I wasn't considering a business whatsoever. I didn't even know how to log into the business part of my website, right? When I got pregnant with my second child and we got a house remodel, I literally stopped sharing for an entire year. Now, this is not everyone's story. This is just mine. So I'm sharing my own story. But since for about a year and a half straight, I was sharing quite a lot about oils, right? So a lot of customers were still reordering. People started doing the business side underneath me, even though I wasn't even able to support them really that much. I was still sharing. But then I was like, I don't have time for this in my life, because I wasn't thinking about it as a business. I had a real business in my mind is what I thought. And so I stopped sharing. I stopped signing people up. And for a whole year, I did not hold one class. And week after week, I kept getting checks in the mail. I would send a picture to my husband every single time I got a check, because they would come to my bakery. That's just how I had it set up. And I'd be like, look what I got this week. This is kind of crazy. How did I make this money? I didn't know. Sort of like Toby said, I didn't know either. And I'm like, why am I getting more money? I literally stopped sharing. Now, this is not, again, everyone's story. Most of the time, if you don't, support your business, it's not going to keep going as much. But this just shows you how well the product works. Because if the product didn't work, people.
That's not what this word salad of a story is showing us. What it's showing us is that you were collecting a check off of your team and customers that wanted to order, and you weren't doing anything. And that's not going to last. That's not a residual income like she's trying to imply that it is, because eventually team members are going to leave. People are going to figure out what a scam multi-level marketing is, and they're going to be like, yeah, this is not for me. People are going to find other places to find essential oils for much cheaper and under ethical retail business models versus multi-level marketing. So weird flex. Is Bestie here? JJ? DoTerra and unique should not be in the same sentence. She just keeps talking. It just kept going. It just kept going. Also this, you had a team under you potato. Oh my God.
People would stop ordering, right? People kept ordering and people started doing the business, and more people started doing the business because the business model worked underneath me, even when I took a full year off really from doing that.
The business model worked. The scam worked. Yeah, because the distributors are the customers. So I'm so glad you cleared that up.
That really showed me that, oh man, maybe I need to look at this business model. What is this residual income? How come no one ever told me about this? I thought the pinnacle was owning my own brick and mortar business. That in my mind was time and financial freedom. And yet I wasn't feeling that in my life at all. So that just goes to show you that really 85% are solid customers that keep reordering, right?
Exactly. 85% of those that join, oh, which one was it? Yeah, this one. 85% of those that join doTERRA are people who simply wish to buy products at the best value. She literally just called these distributors, the 85%, customers. She literally, using their word, just said that. So thank you. Yeah, they are customers. Absolutely. We love that.
That's the other thing about our business. I love a lot of other companies, but a lot of them are not reordering style businesses. So ours have a 65% retention rate on people ordering at least once every 3 months, compared to a national industry average is only 8%, 8 to 65%. Now in my
And how many of that 65% are distributors that are maintaining their requirements for their LRP order in order to earn commission? Because that would be interesting to see that number. But of course, they're not going to put it in there. I mean, they can't even put sources in here. It's probably business for home. I know I keep saying that, but ridiculous.
my mind, if I work for a company and I'll just give for an example, Norwex. I love the Norwex products. I hosted a party. I bought it all, but I've never really reordered. The wash rags lasted a long time. I didn't have to get anything else. And so really, it wasn't a reoccurring product that someone had to order over and over again. Whereas with doTERRA, let me make sure we have everyone muted real quick. Whereas with doTERRA, we have vitamins, we have cleaning products.
It's almost like she doesn't understand that Norwex also has many of those things, including cleaning products. So she's trying to say that Norwex doesn't have, Norwex isn't known, according to her, to have consumable products, but one of the main things that they have is like cleaning supplies. But then she's like, doTERRA has cleaning products. So does Norwex. What are you doing?
We have our new metabolic line, right? These are all products that people order on a monthly basis because they're amazing and they need it in their life.
Do you guys remember that one? This one right here is Norwex, the chicken licking one. Y'all remember that? I think I put it in an MLM fails or a top fails. And she was preparing chicken, trigger warning, raw chicken, raw meat. If this is not your jam, just mute really quick. She was preparing raw chicken on a cutting board. I think I found this on TikTok or somebody sent it to me. I don't remember. And she took their Norwex cloth and then like wiped it off and then licked the cutting board. I'm screaming in salmonella. horrible. It was terrible marketing. It was so gross. Yeah, y'all remember. Sorry, I had to take us back to that, but appreciate you, Hannah.
And then 15%, like maybe some of you on here, are wishing to build a business with doTerra. Let's see. Charlotte, do you mind just muting?
Who the hell made this document? Well, let's listen to what she says.
Yourself, I think you aren't unmuted real quick. Okay, why doTerra? Most tested, most trusted essential oil company in the world.
According to who? To you? To the distributors? What?
Largest essential oil company. So this is a quality company you are potentially wanting to partner with.
A quality company that the majority of people are not making any money, but we'll cover that in a little while.
One of the largest direct sale companies in the US. In our
citation needed.
Opinion, and when you look at it, one of the
in our opinion. I love that. I paused it too soon. Sorry, guys.
Best comp plans, right? One lady that decided to do the business with me years ago said she knew she liked the product, but this was a business decision for her. And she said her and her husband went from direct sale company to direct sale company and looked at their compensation plans, that alone, and she could not believe doTerra's compensation plan compared to other direct sale companies. Privately owned, which you'll learn.
Which comp plans did she compare them to? I would love to know more about that. Everything listed on here needs to have, in my opinion, at the end of it, other than the 120 plus open markets.
Means a huge amount in this industry. There's no other, people that we have to answer to, in a sense. Like, we are just the owners or original owners. It's 100% debt free. They literally, mortgaged their homes and leveraged them so they could get the funds to keep full control over this company. And that makes all the difference in quality, transparency, and moving in a way you want with the company. Whereas a lot of other companies sell out, and that is not something we have to worry about.
A lot of other companies sell out and you don't have to worry about that with doTerra. Ma'am, do you hear yourself? I feel like, and again, this is just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. But I feel like retail companies that become an MLM company are the definition of selling out. What do y'all think? So many other companies sell out and you don't have to worry about that here. What is happening?
Ethically and sustainably sourced worldwide, works directly with farmers, no middlemen, open in 120 plus markets. So you can see, Toby, mentioned India, right? I have leaders over there in India as well. I just talked with someone who's wanting to open Chile and become a founder. So really a worldwide business led by incredible people that both Toby and myself have met in person many times, stayed in their homes, and they're awesome. Marketing and healthcare professionals.
Can we talk about this really quickly? Ma'am, you are the middleman. Because if you were actually cutting out the middleman, there would be no distributors because it wouldn't be an MLM model. It would be sold as a retail product. Are you kidding me?
With a reputation for integrity and a lot of amazing philanthropy work that you can stand behind and feel like you're working for a great company.
I'm sorry. Can we talk? I keep saying that. Can we talk about philanthropy work? Okay. I think philanthropy work is incredible. Why is that such a difficult word to say? You know who else did a lot of philanthropy work? Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. You know why? Probably, in my opinion, because he was trying to hide the atrocities he was committing behind the scenes. Yeah, gross. So using philanthropy work as a flex, in this case, with a multi-level marketing company, I don't think it's the flex you want it to be.
Also, an untapped opportunity. Some people think, oh, but a lot of people know about essential oils. The truth is that 66% of the US has never tried essential oils, right? I find this to be true all the time. I've been doing this for probably 10 years now. And literally last night at the Super Bowl game, a lady was like, can I get some more info? Right? And she brought it up, and I didn't even mention anything. I think my friend there was showing her what she used, which is the new metabolic system. And she was telling her, yeah, because the lady commented on her hair growth. She noticed that she couldn't believe how much hair my friend had grown. And she's like, yeah, I'm doing this. And that's what I've been doing the last 4 months. And she's like, okay, well, I need to know about it. So even myself, not even doing it, one of my friends that loves the product, sharing it with their friend. And here I am connecting with them, right? 61% can't even name an essential oil company. 44% do not recognize a single essential oil. So this is absolutely untapped. And yet, 53% of non-natural product users rank healthy lifestyle as very important. And more every single year, this is what people know they need to focus on is their health, right? And they're willing to put dollars there. 80% of those not using natural products are open to trying them. So this market grows bigger and bigger each year. And it's a market that you want to be. Sorry.
See, what happens here, let me back this up a little bit. And you guys know this is for the DoTerra people. I hope you're watching or will watch this, especially the people speaking on this atrocious Zoom. When you have just these statements with numbers on it and there's no sources, it does not make you credible. Did you just Google these and pull them from 6 different websites and you decided to not cite your sources? Where did you get these from? Did you hear it at an event that whoever was on stage said, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna add that into our opportunity Zoom. Where did this information come from? Because this means nothing without a source. Again, it's probably a business for home source.
Natural product users rank healthy lifestyle as very important. And more every single year, this is what people know they need to focus on is their health, right? And they're willing to put dollars there. 80% of those not using natural products are open to trying them. So this market grows bigger and bigger each year. And it's a market that you want to be, sorry,
Guys,
lovely.
Do me a favor, like the stream, X out of the comments. I know we get into the video, we're hanging out. I get it. Do me a favor, X out of the comments real quick. Give me a thumbs up, check to make sure you're subscribed, and then come back into the comments. Okay. We'll take just a second. Actually, let's take a break here real quick. So you guys can like the stream. You can also subscribe. Make sure that you are. I'm going to use the facilities and I'll be right back. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Okay, hi, I'm back. Hello, everybody. All right. Oh, we're talking about food. I love that. Excellent. Did everybody like the stream? Make sure you're subscribed. All right, let's keep it going.
Part of. Okay, why is doTERRA different? Amongst a million other things, we're going to talk about these a little bit more. Toby will talk about our co-impact sourcing, right? Our Healing Hands Foundation. We source our oils from the best parts around the world where they naturally grow, and we work one-on-one with the farmers that have indigenously grown these products. So they're the best quality, and we're really impacting so many lives. So it's not just the bottle that someone gets that's impacted. We're literally impacting thousands upon thousands of lives by those that are harvesting the product that go into the bottles. And that's just as important to doTERRA. We have certified pure therapeutic grade. Now, this is something doTERRA has come up with because in the essential oil world, nothing's regulated. So they came up with this so you could know what this means and how this company is set apart. Every single bottle is tested over 50 times. We have our Source to You website. So many things that you can feel comfortable with the product that you're sharing and your customers are using. We have medical partnerships, and the Healing Hands Foundation, Toby will talk about a little bit more, is something that really, when you learn about it, you will feel so great working for a company like this. She's going to share about why not all MLMs are created equally and why partnering with doTERRA would be a great idea.
Awesome. So why an MLM? Like Melody said, a lot of times, many of us.
I'm very excited about this part. Why an MLM? Please tell us why joining an MLM is a good idea. Oh, I can't wait.
Myself included. I said I started as a skeptic of essential oils, but also definitely did not want to align with what I presumed to be just another network marketing or MLM company.
But then proceeds to be doing an opportunity Zoom for yet another multi-level marketing company.
However, it's been really incredible in the last, so I would say the first 2 to 3 years, it was really incredible to learn all of the different ways that a multi-level marketing business is one of the most legitimate businesses. Now, my husband will come at it from a different angle and say, tell me what business is not multi-level marketing. And
you know what business is not a multi-level marketing company? Anything that's not multi-level marketing. Anything that's retail. I love how she's going to say something like, I'm not even going to do it. Let's just see what she says.
That the people below are working and making commissions and making the people up top more money. So
see, here's the thing. The people below are in a retail business are not getting paid commission unless they're in a sales job, but they're getting paid for the time that they are working. And so are the people above them, and so are the people above them. And there are different things that they are responsible for that is outlined in their job description when they get the job. They're not required to recruit other people in order to make more money or to earn bonuses in most cases. So another false equivalence fallacy. I love that for us. How embarrassing for them.
it really goes both ways, but an MLM is really the most efficient way to build a pipeline. And it's built on our business model. And the model that doTerra chose to help us to teach other people about essential oils is multi-level marketing, network marketing, person to person, you to me, mom to mom, talking to each other about what is working for my children, or like Melody's friends were talking about what was helping her hair grow, right? So
you know what's crazy about that is that in a retail model, they are going to have people that they have on staff that they're paying to do the advertising. In multi-level marketing, you are sharing the things that you're using on your children, which you shouldn't be. You're making health claims and lifestyle claims and income claims and all of these different things in the hopes of trying to recruit somebody into it. And the majority of the work that it takes to rope somebody in, you're not getting paid for. So it's really odd to me that she's like, you know, oh, you show me a business that's not actually an MLM. Well, that's pretty easy. This company right here, not an MLM. This company right here, not an MLM. I mean, there's so many, look around you. You know what I mean? Like you can see tons of companies around you that create a product that don't require recruiting and don't even have a comp plan, because that's not a thing in traditional or retail business models. That's not a thing. Only in multi-level marketing are you rewarded financially for recruiting people and having your team, unless you're in a sales job. Very different. Okay. Crazy. This is crazy.
When you have a network marketing company or you have a good MLM, the built-in business model is there for you.
Exactly.
Okay. And so doTerra does all of that piece, all of those pieces for you. And that includes product sourcing, order fulfillment, billing, customer service. We owned, or my husband, I will take myself out of it. My husband owned his own fishing lodge. Melody owned her own bakery. They had to do all of that. They were an all-in-one package in one person, right? Or had to hire it out, which costs extraordinary amounts of money. In this business model, that is all built in for you. There's a built-in education system. And let me tell you,
this is where she starts talking about the systems that we hear all the time. We have the systems that are going to set you up for success. We have the systems that are going to teach you exactly what to say. We have the systems that are going to help you grow your social media. You don't have to have a large following. We've heard all of this before.
So juicy, so juicy, especially if you have a heart for.
And how exactly are we going to measure analytically something being juicy? How do we measure that in, business analytics?
The health and wellness space. If you love digging into the why and understanding health for yourself, for your own health challenges or goals, as well as for your children, very, very good education system to help teach you about the product on a very deep level. I have a girlfriend that I love and adore. She represents another marketing company, and I went to one of her experiences to experience.
Did you see what she just did? This is a friend that she's talking about, by the way. I went to one of her experiences.
Her product, and I asked her just a pretty simple question about ingredients. And coming from this industry, I realized a fluff answer when I got one. And I was so disappointed because I had thought that there would be a little bit more there would have been a little bit more meat there, especially coming from this person in particular. But I'm here to tell you that doTerra has such an amazing, really vast knowledge on how and why we use these oils and products the way that we do. So
she's talking about her friend. If you are this person's friend, hold on. If you are this person's friend that she's talking about, I hope that you are no longer friends with her. That's really gross. That's really gross. Also, you know why this person probably, not that I want to defend somebody in an MLM, but let's talk about some facts here. The reason that so many people, in my opinion, have a hard time with explaining the ingredients is because MLM companies hide behind proprietary blends. So they just repeat what the company says is safe for them to repeat over and over again. And then they figure out different ways to word that, and they repeat that over and over and over again. You can't really talk about the ingredients if it's hidden behind a proprietary blend. Weird flex.
We'll be teaching you, and they have a lot of training on all the products, as well as how to build your own business and then leading your own business team. And then your overhead costs, your point of entry cost is very, very low. Number one, you start with your LRP, which is your own loyalty rewards order. And coming from a person who wasn't involved or interested in the business from day one, I only purchased my LRP out of pocket once, and that's 1 month. Okay. So Melody will explain it in a minute, but it's the only requirement.
But you are coming out of pocket because you're probably paying at the minimum tax and shipping. So it is costing you something. This is, I'm a 6-figure earner. Okay, what did you make on paper? That's what this is giving.
Requirement to earn a commission with doTerra is a 100 PV point value loyalty rewards order, and I paid for that once. So when we talk about very low overhead, you literally cannot build a business to the size that Melody and I have done, and also Dr. Tina, with such low overhead. It's just inconceivable. Brad, when he hosts these calls with me,
It's really not, though. There are so many ways that people can make extra income on the side with an extremely low overhead as well.
He likes to drop numbers about what he spent on his fishing lodge. I'm sure Melody, and she also shared with her bakery. The point of entry cost on those type of businesses is just massive. Okay.
Totally.
So, yeah. Okay. So this is the one that Melody talked about. She asked, probably in the diamond or in the blue diamond group, about where everybody came from beforehand. And as you can see, just scroll through those very quickly. These
I'm sorry, nobody can read that. So this looks like they asked, I think that's what she just said. They asked in the group, like, where you came from, like what's your background? I think I can make out some of this, but this is horrible. Business partner owner, managing a Lululemon store, English professor at MSU, stay-at-home mom, official business manager for construction companies, massage therapist, stay-at-home mom, massage therapist, professional makeup artist, CPA. The irony of a CPA getting roped into an MLM company. Are you kidding me? And this person had their own practice. Girl. Bakery, and I think that's that Melody gal. Your pastry chef. Steel, manufacturing, administrative officer, I think, with the state of Alaska, professional model, author, speaker. So she's tapping into her following. Photographer, academic counselor in a university. I think that says vending, stay-at-home mom, homeschool, stay-at-home mom. I can't read that last one. My eyes hurt even trying to read that. That's wild. I don't understand the point of this. You're just telling us who you've targeted into your scheme. Yeah, this part. This is like the guy in Optavia who sold his neuro clinic for concussions to scam people into diet culture. Yep. Gross.
Level leaders from doTerra from every walk of life. And they came from every previous background: business owner, managed a Lululemon store, massage therapist, CPA, bakery owner, homeschool, stay-at-home mom, vending company owner, so many different professions previously. And it really, truly doesn't matter what you're doing now if you have a heart and a desire to align yourself with another financial opportunity. Okay. So here's where a pipeline really begins. Okay. So there's a story that we talk about a lot. I don't actually know if this is a real story originally or if it's just an illustration that we use to give you an idea of what it can mean to build a pipeline. So
I'm sorry. I don't know if this is a real story or not, but I'm going to use it so that you can see what it could be like building a business in doTerra. Just wait. I've seen this before. Wait, on the slide before, MLM was on its own line, and on the slide, it's on one line. For the love of sanity, be consistent. I felt this comment, DC. Oh, God, here we go. Let's hear her story that may or may not be a true story. I don't know.
Initially, there was a man who hauled buckets for living. Okay. And every day he hauled water from the nearest source to his village, which was miles away. And if he wanted to make more money, he would just simply work longer and haul more buckets in a day. And after many years, he grew pretty weary of hauling buckets, okay? Literally hauling buckets of water to go and sell them in his village. And he thought, if he used that spare time to build a pipeline.
I have to stop this already. Now, you're comparing in this story water, something that is essential for life, to essential oils. This man was bringing water into a village so that people had drinking water, it sounds like. And you're trying to compare that to essential oils. Oh my God. Yeah, water's actually essential. Oh man.
From the water source to his village, he would eventually be able to not haul buckets every day anymore. So every day he labored and he hauled his buckets of water to be able to pay, to earn the money that he needs to make. And then he spent his extra time in those days building the pipeline closer and closer to his village.
I can't. The road to that's very exciting. A triathlon. I hope that's what that means. As a CPA myself, I can tell you that down south CPAs don't see anything wrong with MLM. It's so normal. It's sad. I can't believe. Do they do a profit and loss statement? Do they look at the numbers? Do they ask the question? That's so wild to me. Thank you for the super chat and good luck on your triathlon, if that's what that means. That's very exciting.
And the day that he turned on that spigot, everything changed. He successfully created a continual supply of water that came automatically to his village, and it improved the lifestyle for the villagers and gave himself a stream of income that wouldn't end, and gave himself a abundant financial pipeline. And so what we want you to really consider now is in what way are you hauling buckets, or you or your spouse, right? Because I was a stay-at-home mother when I started with doTerra. My husband was the one that was bringing in the paychecks, and we were doing just fine, but it became a need later on. And so many people spend their lives trading hours for dollars, working for other people, for other companies, and
you're still working for other people and a company, and that company is called doTerra. You're still doing that. However, in multi-level marketing, you're not really making any money unless you have a large team because of this pipeline. Oh my God.
They lack from fulfillment or a sense of purpose. And so
yeah. So that's that 85% that join just because they, want the discount. They're joining for the community because they think they're going to make their village better by selling essential oils with doTerra. This is embarrassing.
doTerra, anyone can choose to create more freedom in their life by building a lasting income pipeline, and alongside of their hauling buckets for a few years. And then as you're able to replace that income for yourself or for your spouse, both, you can turn on that financial pipeline for yourself. So you'll hear us talk about pipelines every once in a while, but that's where that story, or that's where that comes from.
I hope that everybody that is on this person's team just heard everything that she just said. Her team is her financial pipeline. Human beings that joined because she dangled the right pain point in front of them. And they said, you know what? Yeah, a second stream of income. I'm a stay-at-home parent. I think that sounds really great. And now they're telling them this story, which in my opinion is a way for them to manipulate their people by using the sunk cost fallacy. Listen, how many buckets did you carry? How long have you been carrying those buckets every single day? Listen, you're already here. You might as well stick it out another year. A year from now, you're not going to recognize financially where you were at because, you're going to recruit people. And do you see what I'm saying? All of this ties into like the sunk cost fallacy. You're already here. You're already spending this money. You already have your LRP going every single month. What's one more year? What's 2 more years? Carry those buckets. I carried those buckets. I've been in the company for however many years, I'm not. This is just the example. I've been with this company for so many years. I carried those buckets. You've got to carry those buckets for a long period of time before you finally get the opportunity to create the pipeline. The pipeline is recruiting. The pipeline is getting paid off of the recruiting, off of the team. This is wild.
And I love too that when you really look at millionaires or the most wealthy people in America, they have multiple streams of income, not just one typically, multiple streams. So even if you're like, well, I have a good job, right? Maybe you're a nurse and you're like, I get paid a lot and I like it, it's fulfilling.
Leave nurses alone. Leave teachers alone. Leave stay-at-home parents. Just leave everybody alone. Leave people alone.
Well, multiple streams of income is always good, right? It's always a smart financial decision to have multiple streams of income because you never know what's going to come up in life, right? And the one thing too I love about doTERRA is this is something you can actually gift your children. This is something that's a legacy business that you're building, and it can be passed on, and that in itself is such a huge gift for your family and something that you really can't do with a lot of things.
That's not a gift. See, you would be passing down. I'm going to kind of piggyback on what Chelsea said here. You would be passing down grind and hustle culture to your kids to maintain that income. So it's not like you're passing off this investment and the kids are just getting whatever money from that investment. You're passing down another job that doesn't pay, that they have to work. That's, oh my God. Also, just Google generational wealth, right? Like,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's so true. We're just now.
here comes the philanthropy plug, if you will. Listen, we're a legitimate company. We help all these countries with clean water or whatever.
Being that doTERRA is what, 14, 15 years, I have a hair on my lip, 14, 15 years old, just now starting to see some of that older generation of original doTERRA leaders and builders and founders and their kids coming up into the diamond ranks and stuff. And it's really fun to see and just have that. Not that all of our children will want to build doTERRA with us, but
this part.
Was it Seth Risenbay's son who was like, why wouldn't I? You know, as just a college age kid coming out thinking, this seems so unwise to do anything other. So
I think
anyways,
he's already a platinum and literally traveling around the world with his dad. Like, I mean, he's like, okay, this is pretty great.
Yeah. Super funny kid too. All right. So here's the other thing. And gosh, we've already said a lot of reasons why you would want to align with doTERRA. But truly
I really haven't heard one good reason why people would want to join doTERRA, to be quite honest.
Rubber meets the road with doTERRA is their co-impact sourcing and their Healing Hands Foundation. So the co-impact sourcing is their sourcing model. Now, if you were at my intro class I taught last week, we talked just briefly about doTERRA sourcing and why it sets doTERRA's oils apart from other people's oils, where they source globally. And so they go directly to the farms and the farmers, and they cut out the middlemen. They go to the distillers and the harvesters, and cut out the middlemen that typically over generations have been buying or sourcing the oils from for the least amount of money from the people that need it most, and then selling it to the companies. So those middlemen have been taken out of the equation, and doTERRA goes directly to these people that you see in these pictures and in their sourcing videos.
Oh yeah, name the people in these pictures. Name the individuals in this picture that doTERRA is helping. This makes me extremely uncomfortable that she's going to say, we're helping the individuals in this picture. Somebody said it earlier, this feels like white savior. This makes me extremely uncomfortable. Who are these individuals that you have in these pictures? You probably don't even know. Yeah, right, Maggie? Oops, I clicked the wrong one. They Googled that image. This feels, I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh.
to make a lasting impact for their generations upon generations of people, because they're able to have a standard of living that wasn't capable prior. And also their healing hands.
And I mean, put their names, tell their story. Don't just throw up a picture like this of these individuals, especially these babies, these little kids here. Don't just throw up these pictures and be like, these are the people that you're helping. Tell their stories. Use your platform to tell their stories.
Foundation was a foundation that they started several years after they initially started, because they have a huge philanthropic heart for giving back to the communities that they work in. And so not just the ones where they source oils from, they will also, if you have a philanthropic ministry or something that your heart beats heavy for,
then find ways to do that that don't require being a part of a multi-level marketing company. You can contribute to your local company. You can start a nonprofit. There's all different ways that you can do that. In my opinion, I feel like these companies, the only reason they do any of this is to hide what's happening behind the scenes. It's disgusting.
DoTerra will partner with you and provide oils, provide financial support to be able to grant different projects and things that are heavy on your heart. So it's a really big deal, knowing that they are not just an essential oil company. They have a large desire, to meet and serve people on both sides of the bottle, both those of us, all of us who are using the oils on this side, as well as the people who are sourcing the oils on that side.
Perfect. I love that.
I bet you do.
This is sort of the same holy buckets. Yeah. Oh, just because we're chatting a little bit longer, I'll go over this one. Basically the same graphic as the hauling buckets versus the pipeline one, but definitely really consider, like, that was for me, where are you at? And now we'll talk a little bit more about the compensation plan. So the nitty gritty of how.
Okay, let's look at this. Fast start, power of 3. So that's probably 3 customers or a combination of customers and distributors. Unilevel, okay, that's going to be paid off of a team. Leadership bonus, that's going to be paid off of a team.
How do you actually get paid? Toby and I didn't even know when we first started sharing. And the good thing about it is you really don't have to know much whatsoever to start in the business. So even if you're like, everything that you've said so far is great, I want to start, awesome, you really could not think about this at all and still make money in DoTerra, right? You're going to get paid regardless. But let's just talk about how you get paid. There's 4 major ways. I left out retail because you can sell retail, but most of us who do the business side want to help our customers get a wholesale account. So that's mainly what we're going to be talking about. But
she left out retail because it's all about recruiting. Yeah. Why wouldn't you tell people for every product you're going to make anywhere from this percentage to that percentage? Oh, because you don't make a whole lot, but you make a whole lot more off of these bonuses. Also, this part, I left out retail because most of us don't do retail. Yeah. She left out retail because they don't have a lot of retail customers. The quiet part, it's out loud. Yeah. Wow.
you can sell retail if you do doTERRA as a business, but you can earn money through Fast Start, it's called, our Power of 3 bonus, Unilevel, and a leadership bonus. And the only requirement to getting paid, like Toby said, is doing your own personal order, right? And if you're wanting to sell a product, most likely you're wanting to use it, right? It's so easy to do 100 PV LRP order. Like she said, for us to open a bakery, it was like $200,000, right? That bare minimum. And that's just like getting in the front door of stuff.
And that's yet another example of a false equivalence fallacy. You're comparing a brick and mortar style business, legitimate business, to a multi-level marketing 1099 contractor. They're not the same.
Like, it's an insane amount. And that's just trying to get in. They say most people that start a business, fail within the first 3 to 5 years, right? So
Tell us what the numbers are with a credible source in multi-level marketing. We'll wait, not really, because we know it's a very high number. 99.7% according to the FTC. See how I listed that source? It's really not that hard. 99.7% of people in multi-level marketing lose money or don't make any at all. Not that hard, right? Not that hard to list a source.
For me, when I decided to do the business, I was like, I just don't want any overhead. I just want to, if I want to make it cool, I'll put in as much time as possible. I want no cap, but I do not want to put in a lot of money. And so that's all it is the 100 PV, your personal order per month. Now, if you want to invest in your business in other ways, clearly Toby and I have done that over the years. We've hosted retreats and things like that.
You know, what's interesting about that statement that she just made is she's like, listen, it's just 100 LRP order. It's not really a big deal. It's very easy to get that. But then you probably get in and they encourage you, I bet, I'm not stating this as a fact, but they probably tell people to do those classes. Well, if you're going to do those classes, you're going to have to order more oils because you have to have the oils in order for people to see them, or whatever class they're teaching, you know, whether you're making your own rollerball essential oil things or your own blends, those types of things, that's going to require you to order more product. So even though she's saying, oh, listen, it's very easy to get, 100 LRP order, you're going to be encouraged in some way, shape, or form, in my opinion, across the board with these companies to order more after you get in, whether it's for events, classes, personal consumption, selling trials, whatever. You're going to be asked in some way to order more product.
But really, when I first started and got paid, I literally was just doing my own personal order. I was definitely not investing in any way, and I built a business. So it also gets paid.
Just say you recruited. Because that doesn't cost you anything. It costs the person that you're asking to join. It costs them. But you get a bonus, as you have listed here. Love that for us.
Weekly and monthly. So you'll get your fast start pay, on which we'll talk about what that is in a second, on a weekly basis. And then once a month, you'll get your larger amount. Larger meaning as you grow your business. At the beginning, that's the smaller amount. But as you grow your business, the larger amount will be your once a month. In the middle of the month, they do their larger pay. Now, this is a monthly, not yearly, a monthly average income for the different ranks, just to give you a little bit of a visual.
See how they have a source on the bottom of this? See doTerra's 2019 Opportunity and Earnings Disclosure Summary at doTerra.com. See, now, wouldn't you want to give the exact link? So people are going to have to go to doTerra.com and search for it. You're making this very difficult for people to see the actual numbers. But what I have here is what year is this from? Yep, this is the 2019 income disclosure statement. I wish there was a way that I could do this side by side. I apologize. So this is already linked in the video description. But let's see. She has Elite. See, they don't even have it listed this way. Let me show you. This is how they have it listed on their website. Let me share my screen. They don't have it by rank. Let me make this bigger. Hang on a sec. Make this bigger. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Okay, so we're going to go to this area right here. As a doTerra distributor called a wellness advocate, you can participate in 3 ways. You can buy doTerra products at a discount for your own or household use. You can sell doTerra products to make a retail profit. You can recruit others who want to consume or sell doTerra products. Most distributors join only to receive a discount on doTerra products and do not participate in the business. In 2019, as a result, 50.35% of U.S. distributors, or 267,194, did not receive earnings from doTerra. 50% of distributors. So you have 50% here, but then they said they gave all those other numbers at the beginning of their Zoom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. What should I know about this business opportunity? Initial sign-up fee of $35. Let's get down to where I want to look at the numbers. In a typical month in 2019, about 389,975 US distributors ordered products for resale from doTerra, and about 152,069 of them earned money from their sales and the sales of those they sponsored. Okay, which month? Which month in 2019 are we looking at? Did you just pick a random month? Because that's what it looks like. Below is their earnings in a typical month before expenses. Okay, so it's before that PRV order, it's before events, it's before all of that stuff. They have it separated by first-year distributors, which was 13,678 people, and then all other distributors, 249,779 people. So 50% earned under first-year distributors earned more than $100 for the year before expenses. So they earned more than $100, but less than $230, which is the next thing. But if they're spending $100 every 3 months, like I think they referred to at the beginning of this, they're already in the hole just to say that they're a part of this company. They're spending money to be a part of it. Also, it's 2023. Why is there not one updated? All right, top 10% or 1,368 people in their first year in 2019 earned more than $230. Oh, excuse me, this is for the month, in a typical month. Which month? So that's crazy to me. The top 1% of first year distributors, which was 137 people, earned more than $860 in a typical month. Again, what month? I feel like they just picked a random month. All other distributors, 50% earned more than $320. The top 10% earned more than $1,260, probably because they have a large team compared to the 50%. Top 1% earned more than $8,793.52. Earned more than that. This is this is one of the worst income disclosure statements. The top 1% of distributors hold ranks of silver, gold, platinum, blue diamond, and presidential diamond, and have spent 3 to 11 years and an average of 8.5 years on their business. Yeah, and how many of those years were they in the hole? Oh my God. You can cancel your distributorship at any time within 30 days of a purchase. You can return unopened products for a full refund. You can also receive a 90% refund for products purchased within a year. Unbelievable. Like I said, this is, I have this listed in the video description if you want to look at this. That's nuts. So now that we have those numbers, and I have them pulled up here on the side too, so that we can compare, let's go back to the Zoom where she says this is the average.
And of course, go and see doTerra's some opportunity and earning disclosure summary, right? This is just.
Then give them the exact link that they can click to actually look at it. Sorry, I know I'm moving myself around a little bit. Because Elite, $300 to $500 a month, Premier, $600 to $1,000 a month, Silver, $1,200 to $2,197. Where these numbers are not coming from the income disclosure statement, because I have them pulled up. This is ridiculous. Also, thank you, Sarah, for doing the math. I appreciate that. In the first year, 50% made 63 cents an hour. The top 10 earned $1.44 an hour, and the top 1% earned $5.38 an hour, assuming a 40-hour work week. Oh my God. Embarrassing.
A rough range, and you can see it's a range too, because some people hit Premier and they haven't stabilized it. Maybe they hit Premier and then the next month they hit Elite and then they're stabilizing Premier, or maybe, they've been a Premier for like 4.
This is unbelievable. All other distributors, 50% made $2 an hour. Top 10 earned $7.87 an hour, and top 1% earned $55 an hour, assuming a 40-hour work week. Wow. Thank you, Sarah, for doing that.
4 years. So that person that's been Premier for 4 years is going to be making more than the person who hit Premier, in 1 month. So you can sort of see there's a range. And then you'll see with some of the bonuses, maybe if they're getting their $1,500 bonus per month, you can see that'll change you at gold rank from earning $3,500 to almost $5,000. Because if you're not making your $1,500 monthly bonus, you can see that would be the difference. So that's sort of some of the ranges.
I think they threw these numbers together based off some of the bonuses, but you don't ever get the percentage of distributors. Let's just take a fast start, with any company. They don't ever disclose the percentage of new distributors that actually hit the different levels of their fast start programs. And that's across multi-level marketing companies. I think that would be really fascinating to show, but see, if they did show that, the dangling of the carrot of the bonuses that you could earn, that type of thing, it wouldn't be as lucrative sounding if they were like, well, only 12% of people that joined in their first 90 days hit X level and earned X bonus. You know what I'm saying? Although it would be eye-opening for us to see that.
Of pay, but this is the monthly earning average of doTerra's wellness advocates. I like this visual.
I got excited. I thought we were going to see. You guys know what I thought we were going to see. Oh,
Before we go and talk about what is your fast start bonus, what is the power of 3, what is the Unilevel and the leadership, you can sort of see that when you first start out, and this is one of the beginning major ranks to hit, which would be elite, meaning you have 3,000 in sales overall underneath you, including your order. There's some smaller ranks before that, but elite would be your first main rank. You can see almost all of your income is coming from your fast start bonus, which is basically your own personal sales. And then maybe if you have a leader by elite, that's doing the business with you, you'd be making.
So I know that you guys probably can't see this, but the purple on the very bottom of the graph, it represents the fast start bonus. And then the ranks are what are labeled by the different colors. Next to it is blue, and it's the power of 3. That is a team bonus as listed here. And you can see that's off of recruiting. As you move up the ranks, you earn that power of 3 team bonus. Then you have the Unilevel bonus that is paid off of your downline. You can see the green shade and how much more you get as you recruit. This is showing us exactly why this company, in my opinion, is a pyramid scheme. But then you have the leadership bonus, which is that goldish color that takes up the majority of this infographic.
Money on them. Most of your income is that, and maybe you're making a little bit off of power of 3. But as you can see, that's that purple. Now, if you go to where Toby and I are, you can see that's the smallest amount of income, right? Now we make the majority of our income from Unilevel, which is what we call that residual income aspect, and then our leadership bonus for hitting the actual rank of Blue Diamond and maintaining it, right?
Off of the efforts of your team. Yeah. The green and the gold and the blue are all off of recruiting based activities. And when I say that, I mean either recruiting people and ranking up, getting paid off of your downline, getting paid off of their sales, the downline commission, if you will. All of this is based off of the team. So 3 out of these 4 things, because I don't know the exact stipulations on the fast start, so I don't want to speak on that unless she clarifies that. 3 of these 4 things are based off of having a team and or recruiting.
So you can see as you grow in ranks, how these different percentages grow, and that's how you get paid in doTerra, right? And they sort of stack upon.
This is a great question. From the looks of this, the little blocks, are those little blocks the amount of ranked people you need underneath you? What I believe is, let's take this one here. So this looks like, I think it's probably platinum, and then you have to have 3 silvers. So you have to have certain ranks under you in order to rank advance, which means your team has to be recruiting. So yikes.
On each other.
So Melody, just really fast before we throw in there, is Unilevel, that green, just to give you an idea of what that means is,
please tell us.
10 years ago when I first started, I told you all my girlfriends and my friends and then their family and members and all those people, those people are still ordering today.
Right.
Not only do they order their own LRP, a lot of times they'll order more.
Yeah.
A lot of times they've replaced a lot of their health care, their home care, everything in their home.
Uh-huh.
So their orders are larger than 100 PV a month. In fact,
Because they're
I was
customers.
just talking to a girl who's been in my team for a while, and we were laughing because it's like, how with a family of 6, how could we keep our LRP to 100 PV a month? We literally can't. Taking care of everybody's health needs with vitamins and toothpaste.
That's a health claim. You can't say that about essential oils.
And shampoo, conditioner, all the things. So that Unilevel is simply meaning I have over 20,000 happy customers in our team that over the last 10 years, they still order every
Happy customers on our team. Yeah, exactly.
month. Like Melody said, we can love our cleaning products, we can love our makeup products, but it is not stuff that we use every day as a family, and doTerra truly is. So just wanted to
Oh
add
my
that piece in,
God.
because
Yeah, I love that. That for
The
me was the
shade.
thing that I was like, if I can get good customer service, if I can educate, if I can love on people, if I can get products that connect with them, these are products that people order month after month after month, or at least, like we said, 65% of people order once every 3 months. That is your foundational residual income. And we'll talk about more Unilevel in a second, and why doTerra pays better on Unilevel than most other businesses. So we have the fast start, we have the power of 3 bonus, and I'm going to go over these individually. We
Please
have our
do.
supporting, right? So this is introducing people, then you're organizing them in your organization, then you're supporting them so they continue to order. And then as you become a leader, then you get leadership bonuses. So that's your 4.
It looks like the fast start is, it says enrollment, but some of these companies use enrollment for customers. So we'll have to wait and see on that one.
4 streams of income with doTerra. So with compensation plan, you get paid 20%. I don't know why it says 25. That's a little typo. You get paid 20%. I think, yeah, maybe this one graphic.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
we'll not look at this graphic. Okay. I think I pulled the graphic from something else. You're going to get 20%.
You know how you would know where you pulled it from? If you cited your sources, you'd be able to, oh, this is where I got it from. But you don't remember because you didn't cite a source.
On whatever you personally sell. So for example, if you sold a kit that was 200 PV, we go off the point value, not the dollar amount, you're going to get $40, and you get that 20% high commission for the first 60 days of the customer. So I've had customers, one lady actually last month got a kit that was like, I think it was like $150. Then she got it. She started learning more on my Instagram. Then she was like, oh my gosh, I need more. She did a $400 order next to it. So overall that month, she spent $500 because she was so into these products, right? And so I got 20% on both of those orders. Now, the lady who enrolled me got 10%. And when this first happened to me, this is when I was like, what? So when I first started the business, one of the ladies that I had invested in, I had helped teach her classes in the beginning. I had supported her. She went and taught her own class. I was off eating dinner with my family. Didn't even know she had a class that night. She sold $2,000 in sales that one class. So that means, right, she was going to make $400. And me, myself, when I'm out with my family eating dinner, I made $200 without doing anything at that moment because I had invested in her. I had trained her and all of that. And so you can see how this fast start, right, that quick money you make on sales, how it really gives you 3 levels. So it goes 20% to the person who enrolled, 10% to the person who enrolled that person, and then 5%. So it's paid on 3 levels. This graphic's incorrect. So sorry about that. I must have pulled something earlier. So 20%, 10%, 5%, 3 levels of fast start, and you get paid that for 60 days. Now, after those 60 days, you're going to get paid a different amount, and I'll go over that in a second. Now, when you sign up a customer, you can place them on your organization, and one way to get a great bonus that literally could change your life is by helping people get on our loyalty rewards program, our monthly ordering program. Now, they don't have to, and people like to know that, right? When you order with doTerra, you don't have to ever order again, but if you do a great job of educating aiding and supporting, they're going to want to because the products work great. So if they get on the loyalty rewards program, that's the best for them. They get the most savings. Then you get a bonus for that. You get a bonus for helping other people get on the loyalty rewards program. And if they order at least 100 PV and you have them placed, here's you at the top in green. If you find 3 people that do their 100 LRP underneath you and your overall volume in sales is 600 PV, you get a $50 bonus. Now, at first, maybe that's not a big deal. For some people, that's life-changing. That's covering half of their LRP order, right?
I'm sorry. Covering half of your LRP order is not life-changing.
Now, if you teach those 3 people, probably your business partners, or maybe your friends that are thinking about the business, to do the same thing, and they get 3 friends, and they order 100 PV on the LRP.
This comment, Erin, your face, you look so excited to say something. She's making this extremely easy for me to talk about this because it's all based off of recruiting, which is the definition of a pyramid scheme according to the FTC. The emphasis being on recruiting. So from the beginning of this compensation plan portion where she said, well, you could sell products. You could, do retail in your doTerra business, but we're going to talk about this stuff, which is all based on recruiting. She's showing us that they are a pyramid scheme.
And then your next friend does it and your next friend. And all of those people are doing it. You at the top now get a $250 bonus because you helped these 3 people get their $50 bonus. And then if you do that one more time and these people down on this level get their $50 bonus by helping 3 people, you at the top get your $1,500 bonus. So I personally give my $1,500 bonus every single month just for helping people get on the loyalty rewards program in an organized fashion. And they have
helping distributors set up their LRP order. I can only imagine the messages these people deep in her organization get from her. Hey, I just ran reports. I noticed you don't have an LRP order. You should get that set up so you're commission qualified so you can, start earning commission. And really it's about her earning that $1,500 bonus. Wow.
organized this way because it helps you hit the most ranks the quickest, right? As well. So there's a strategy to it. And you can actually do this multiple times. So as you grow in the leadership ranks, if you get more business partners at the top and they get more people on the LRP, you could
LRP at the bottom of the pyramid. Yeah.
Get not 1, but 2 or even 3 $1,500 bonuses per month, right? Just for helping people get on our loyalty rewards program. Now let's talk about the compensation plan, that Unilevel bonus, which is
yeah. And it says paid monthly on team volume outside the Fast Start program. So people outside of their first 60 days is where the Unilevel bonus off of her team comes in.
Really that residual income aspect. That means you're getting that little percentage off of everyone's orders underneath you. Like Toby said, she has about 20,000 customers. Now, she didn't sign 20,000 people up, but she signed up people that signed up people that signed up people, and it ended up with 20,000 people under her, right?
Please just make the hand motion of a pyramid, because that's what you're describing right now. Wow.
Now, she probably doesn't get income off of every single one, but with doTerra, we get paid on a true 7 levels, meaning that if there's some levels that people aren't ordering, we could get paid off someone that's about 20 levels deep because we're still, the computer is going to pay somebody out in there. So we get such great compensation. Now, a lot of companies, they pay you the highest percentage. So after that 20% income you get off of the customer's order for the first 60 days, now it goes to anywhere from 2 to 7%. Now, if you keep them higher up, you get 2%. And as they go lower, meaning you're helping build a business, you're staying with your doTerra,
you're building your pyramid. She's doing the hand motion. Did you guys see that? 100%.
You're actually building a business and helping other people do it. You're getting paid more money. Now, a lot of other businesses give you the higher percentage, that 7% at the top, meaning when you first start, your first couple customers, you get paid a higher percentage on them, right? So you're thinking, I'm making more money. But over time, as you build your business and you get more and more customers and they get customers and so on, You're like, well, why aren't I getting an actual really good income, right? Because they switched your levels and they pay you the most percentage on the least amount of people, and they pay you the least amount on the most amount of people. And doTERRA does the opposite. They want you to be long-term, and they reward people who stay with them long-term, meaning that the longer you build the business, the more amount you're going to be getting 7% off of people that are ordering under you month after month after month, and you're not doing anything. They log in, they place their order because it works.
And you're not doing anything. And you're okay with people getting recruited into this that are making on any given month in 2019, 50%, I think, of new distributors made it $100 or more, but less than 230, because that was the 10%. This is so embarrassing.
And you get that. So hypothetically, if you had 3 people on your first level, $9, then 9 people on your next level, this is sort of like building that power of 3 $1,500 bonus, right? $49. And then it goes on. You can see as your levels grow, you're going to be making that much just on that residual income aspect of the Unilevel.
And how many people in the company are actually making that number that you just showed? Not a lot.
Now, this is what I like to look at. doTERRA versus other companies. And why does
What other company? What are you referring to? There's fine print here, but nobody can read it. This is embarrassing. What company are you comparing it to? Young Living? Cite your sources. This is crazy. I'm going to try and see what this fine print says as she's talking, but oh my God.
doTERRA's compensation plan work better? It's an inverted pyramid.
There's no sources on this. It says doTERRA and other, and at the bottom, it's just reiterating that doTERRA pays the largest percentage on level 7, and it's the opposite on the other one, but we don't know where this other thing is coming from. Wait, what? They wrote pyramid? They wrote pyramid on the slide. An inverted pyramid. It's actually still a pyramid.
Get the smallest percentage on the least amount of people, the 3. And as it goes to the largest amount of people that are probably at the bottom, right? You're more customers because people are doing the business under you. You get paid the highest percentage. Most other companies, and this is the same amount of customers in both businesses. In this business over here, as you stayed with the company, you worked, you did all the things, you would be only getting $12,000 for doing the same amount of effort, and we'd be making $32,000. That goes to show you.
I may change it. I may absolutely change it. DC, this is incredible. This is an incredible title. And I mean, she did. She admitted it's a pyramid.
The different percentages really matter in a compensation plan when you're deciding to go with a company. You can also make money, and I want to show this one first and then I'll go back. Here's a comparison, and you can see why, how does doTERRA make more money? That's a big difference, is because you can see in a lot of other of these top network marketing companies, their highest.
See, now she has the names, but still there are no sources. You really are. This is so terrible. Whoever sent this to me, you are amazing, because this is, wow. This is the top 6 ranks in all of the companies with absolutely 0 sources.
Ranks are making this amount, which is an amazing amount of income. But look at doTERRA's. A lot more money, right? Because they pay better for long term.
And where is that reflected on the income disclosure statement? Because those numbers were not anywhere near what you're showing.
And so you can see, you know, even starting out, doTerra's compensation plan really works well. These are the top 6 ranks. And you can see compared to a lot of others, we just blow it out of the water, right? With how much our wellness advocates can make compared.
Can make. Doesn't mean they are making it. Oh, we have Young Living listed. The shade is real.
To others. And I'll go back to one other thing, but even looking at Young Living versus doTerra, 2 different essential oil companies, I just want to give a side by side comparison over ranks and the amount of people. So to get to the highest rank in doTerra, Presidential Diamond, which you can actually hit Presidential and do it over again, a second time, over again, a third time. Someone's actually going for hitting Presidential Diamond a third time, meaning they built to Presidential and they have a whole nother organization. doTerra allows that. They never cap you. But in Young Living, if you want to go to their top organization, which is roughly the same amount of income as ours in the top, you have to in monthly overall.
But didn't she say that that doTerra blows them out of the water on the previous slide?
Sales have 1.5 million in your entire organization per month to hit Royal Crown Diamond. In doTerra, not that your organization would only have this amount of volume, because you probably would have more, because no organization is built perfectly, right? But the minimum that you would have to have it to hit Presidential Diamond in doTerra is 162,000 in sales per month, compared to 1.5 million. That is insane, right? Complete different. If you go to Diamond, right, 36,000 versus their Platinum is probably about the same pay, 100,000.
You know what I would love to see a comparison of, since, you know, she's comparing Young Living and doTerra. Show us the ranks that you have to have in your organization to hit these ranks. Show us that. I'm asking for my friends.
Completely different amounts of overall volume that you need to produce in order to hit those ranks. Now let's go back to this leadership bonus. Another way that you can make money in doTerra, and we showed you that, is that leadership bonus. So as you stay with the company, you can get bonuses. Those bonuses start at the rank of Premier, right? I said
it's a leadership bonus pool that's paid monthly. So I would imagine you have to hit a certain rank. Yeah, it says right here, silver leaders get 1 share, gold leaders get 5 shares, platinum leaders get 10 shares. In order to hit those ranks, you have to recruit.
Elite was one of your first major ranks as you go. Then Premier is the one where you first finally have maybe 2 business partners under you. And so they're going to give you a leadership bonus, an empowerment bonus. As long as you sign up 1 person that month, you can get 1 share, which is roughly anywhere from $160 to $220 as a bonus on top of your fast start, on top of your power of 3 bonus, on top of your Unilevel. You'll get this empowerment bonus for doing the business underneath them. And then as you go to, let me make sure we get everyone muted. Alexander.
I thought the same thing. You see, as soon as she moved herself, I was like, oh, well, why didn't you do that on any of the other slides?
Judge, you mind muting yourself?
I'm with you.
The next one is a rank bonus. So when you get to silver and above, you're going to get these pools that get divided. So it's 2% of the monthly overall volume for doTerra gets divided amongst these leadership ranks, and whoever hits the rank that month, and you'll get a rank bonus. So those are roughly $150. So as silver, you can get the empowerment bonus, and you can also get this other rank bonus, right? Another leadership bonus. So now we have 2 bonuses we're adding. Then as a gold.
How many times do you think they have said right after they've said whatever statement on this Zoom? Put in the chat, in the comments. Yeah, in the chat. How many times you think they have said right after a statement?
You can get the empowerment bonus twice, and the rank bonus, you get 5 of if you hit gold. So instead of $150 for 1 share at silver, you get 5 shares times 150. Now you're up to 750. Then at platinum, now you're at 10 shares. So you're roughly getting a $1,500 bonus for hitting platinum. So as you can sort of see how it starts stacking one on top of the other when you hit these leadership bonuses. So
Thank you, Ruby. Ruby says, I wasn't ready for the shade. Thank you for this super chat. Oh my God. Y'all are amazing.
silver gets 1 share, gold 5, platinum 10. And then once you hit to diamond,
Of course.
blue diamond and presidential, then they're actually taking 1% of the global volume and they're dividing it amongst those top ranks. And those ranks are pretty big bonuses. So anywhere from $2,500 up to probably like 10K plus extra per month just for hitting those ranks in a sense on top of your other pay.
Yeah, just for hitting the ranks, meaning you have to have people at specific ranks in your organization below you in the pyramid. Yeah.
So those are the 4 different ways you get paid in doTERRA. Your fast start, which is what you'll mainly be making when you first start, right? Your sales or the people underneath you that are selling, you'll get that fast start that's paid weekly. Then as you grow and you help people get on the loyalty rewards program, you'll get that $50 bonus or the $250 or eventually the $1,500 bonus. Then you'll get that Unilevel as people start ordering, right? And they go past their first 2 months in doTERRA. Then you place them on your team. You'll start getting that 2 to 7%. That one, that's going to really get bigger as you grow because right at the beginning you get 2%, and as your team grows it goes to the 7% the further down you have people. And then lastly you'll get the leadership bonuses. So those are the 4 ways you can get paid in doTERRA.
So recruit and then get your people recruiting. Got it. Thank you for this, Monica. I appreciate you. Oh my God. Premier is the 6th rank out of 15 in the company. Silver is the 7th rank out of 15. Gold is 8th out of 15. Platinum is 9th out of 15th. The diamond ranks are 10 to 15. So you're already, in order to get those ranks, those bonuses she was referring to, you have to at least hit the 6th rank in the company in order to even get them. Oh my God.
So in a sense, the question is, what do you want to create? Some people truly just want to pay for their loyalty rewards order, which is awesome. That means you could be getting your natural health care, right? Your wellness, your stuff that you normally buy at Target or Amazon for free with doTERRA just by sharing a product that you love, right?
Or just order from Amazon, Target, I think that was what she said, or a reputable essential oil company that is not multi-level marketing. You could do that too, and then you don't have to worry about any of this extra stuff she said.
Maybe you want to supplement your income. You make $500, $1,500, $5,000. You can do that with doTERRA too by building a business, a team underneath you. Or maybe you want to fully replace your income or yourself and your husband's, right? And you can multiply your income. So in a sense, you can sort of see how as you grow with doTERRA, those possibilities really open up.
Oh, she also lied about how doTERRA sources their oils. Oh, snap. Yikes.
Because you have those different streams of income within doTERRA that make your business grow over time. Anything you want to add to that, Toby?
I did all 3. So yes. When I first started, I truly really just wanted to be able to purchase the oils that I wanted to use for myself and on my children because my husband thought they were voodoo. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to dig into the family finances. I'll just, do a little the sharing. And when my girlfriends enroll, I'll take that commission and I will spend that on my monthly LRP. And so I saw that investment as an investment in our health as well.
You're getting paid money from the company and you're putting it right back into the company because you were working for free. And then you're tying a bow around it like it's an awesome thing. It's not.
because I bought the smallest little kit when
So
I first started.
disrespectful.
Talk about low cost overhead. I literally bought the intro kit. But if you're new here, it was the lavender, lemon, and the peppermint, the tiny little 5 mils. And that's how I first got started with doTerra. So my LRPs, literally, my goal was to add one product for a self-care product, a home care product, and then one new oil every single month, okay? As well as the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Because I wanted to get to know everything. I wanted to get to know the product. I wanted to experience it. I'm a very genuine person. And so I knew if I was going to align myself with a network marketing company, I had to be all on board with.
It's the virtue signaling for me.
The products. And here's the thing is I didn't think that all of doTerra's would be amazing. Products would be amazing. I actually thought I would just love the oils. So I fully intended to be like, try it and be like, well, you know, not have to enlist those other ones. But anyways, all of that to say, I started off just wanting to pay for my own order. And at that time, initially, we also were renting out our house as a vacation rental in the summertime while Brad was gone. So that means the kids and I would go somewhere else. And so my second, after I got my LRP paid for, I remember I said I paid for it once out of pocket, like boom, done, goal, check that box so fast. After that, I said, hey, Brad, I think it'd be, you know, how much would I have to make with doTerra, bring home with doTerra to be able to stay in our house in the summer, not rent it as a vacation rental? And we're talking, we rent this during the summer. It pays for our mortgage for the whole year. So it was not a small number. I had that amount. This is supplementing my income, right? The second level that Melody had on that picture previous. Before the next rental season.
That's amazing.
Before the next rental season. So that was 6 months. We had already taken bookings, so we had to go through with it. But after that, we didn't need it anymore. And then we had to truly replace income because my husband's income from his job, his lodges went away completely eventually. They had to sell the lodges, ended up being a massive business issue where they took us to court. So here I was also paying the family finances and paying litigation fees. So some people have really hard financial situations that you're going through right now or were put through in the last couple of years. This is an answer.
No, it's not.
A lot of times we talk to people about oil.
An answer where? Your income disclosure statement is pitiful. It's embarrassing. People are not making any money unless you're at the top of the pyramid.
As a health answer, but there are people in your lives that are hurting on a financial level as well, and they need to know about this business opportunity as well. It made a huge difference in my life, and now we have 4 children. 10
It made a huge difference in your life because you have a team of like 20,000.
years later, my husband and I homeschool, work out of the house together, we travel together. And we basically get to customize our life. And so really,
because of your team.
If you're here on this call, whether you've been with doTerra for a while or you're brand new and you're just kind of trying to see if this is something that you would want to align with, think of what you would want for yourself, for your family in 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I never would have done this when I very first started. In fact, I remember when somebody put up the rank averages and I looked at the diamond paycheck and I cried because I was like, that's stupid money. Like that would never be possible for me. Literally had tears. And I'm not an emotional person, or I wasn't an emotional person, but it only took us 2.
Are you crying?
Years to even get to that, to get to diamond. So if in 2 years you need that income in your house for your family.
And what happens within that 2 years? They keep placing their monthly auto ship order. They keep coming out of pocket. They're ordering more and more inventory so they can do these classes, so they can, do all of the stuff that you're coaching them to do within your systems. What happens within the first 2 years? We saw in the first year in 2019, according to their income disclosure statement, what happens. So you just expect people to not make a ton of money, not make any money, according to the income disclosure statement. You expect people to just keep coming around and ordering the products for the community, to be a part of the cause. The cause meaning your financial gain. That's what you expect people to do.
You can make that happen. And Melody made it happen even sooner. So it's very definitely possible. So,
and tell us, interview or have some of the people in your downline that aren't at the top of the pyramid. Interview them, have them share their story. Let's hear how they're, not making any money. Oh, you don't want that because you want to dangle this carrot so that people join thinking, well, if she did it, I can do it too. Wow.
Yeah, I think you don't have to think, oh, you want to start out and be a presidential diamond right now. You can just identify with wanting to supplement your income, get your own oils paid for, your own healthcare paid for. How cool is that?
Yeah.
You cannot call essential oils healthcare. I am so glad this is going to the FTC in my May folder for this month, because you can't call essential oils healthcare.
Owning your own business, having your own healthcare paid for, and literally having that come from your own business. So yeah, it's pretty neat. We love it.
The other thing that I love, and I love what Toby shared, that I love about doTerra is it really fits with your life too. As I originally started sharing, just more about, helps with the ears, helps with this for mom issues. Now I love talking about things that I currently go through, hormone balancing, right? Hair growth, right? We have our new metabolic system, skincare, anti-aging, all of these things. So it's a business that, I have some ladies on my team who are really into pets. I'm not a pet person that much, right? Their whole business is geared towards how can you use essential oils on your animals, because there's a niche markets for everything. So
stop it. Don't put essential oils on your pets, your children. Stop calling it healthcare.
No matter what your passions are, there are so many different ways doTerra can fit within your passion and the markets that you're connecting with. And your customers might be different than my customers, and that's great. That's what makes doTerra so awesome, is we need everyone in their own way to show up and serve people, because I might not connect with someone that you need to connect with, right? And you can build this entire business with never stepping on Instagram, Facebook, social media. Or if you really love that, you can do it all the way on that and never do an in-person meeting. We've seen people be successful in both ways. So truly, you can build it however you want with the gifts that you have and the way you need to show up in that season. And you can also change it depending on your circumstances, right?
As long as you're following the guidelines that doTerra says you have to follow, which shows, in my opinion, you're not a business owner. doTerra sets the rules. You have to follow the rules or you can be terminated. That's not owning your own business.
Had to go through crazy times, the last couple of years, and we all had to pivot in our business, and the business still works, right? And we learned how to do and
the scam still works, not the business. The scam still works because people like you at the top are benefiting off of your team.
Connect with people and things like that. So I know we hit the hour mark. I'm going to stop the recording, and then we can answer some Q&A questions if anybody has.
I'm done with them. I'm done. We made it. That was a very long video. It was over an hour long, but we're here, and I appreciate you guys sticking through that. What a wild ride it was, but here we are together. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank you for all of the comments. Thank you. If you haven't already liked the stream, take a second, like the stream, make sure you're subscribed. And most importantly, thank you for being here. Thank you for even watching. Guys, don't join an MLM. If you want to see the doTerra income disclosure statement for yourself, it's listed in the video description. I'm also going to put the link to the, I want to make sure I'm saying the organization correctly, the Autism Spectrum Disorder Foundation. I'm going to add that into the video description along with Lumiere Renee's Instagram, so you guys can go and check her out. That's the candle I showed at the beginning. And I got this on Amazon, not an affiliate link. None of this is an affiliate link. It's just some cool stuff I wanted to share with you guys today. So thanks for being here. Don't join an MLM, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.